This is day 36, and I finally got headphones, so hopefully there's no audio issues like there were last time. I found out that my phone's microphone is very messed up, so very sorry about that. But I didn't do much today. I did my homework and then talked to my friends again on Discord for most of the day. But I had a pretty good weekend. On Saturday, I was able to leave my house with my mom. We had to drop some stuff off at my cousin's house. But it was just nice to see things besides my own house. It was weird, though. Something that I noticed was seeing places like McDonald's or grocery stores or Starbucks, seeing those places open, and they were full of people, full of more people than I've ever seen before. And it just made me really upset that people are still panicking and panic buying and going out more than they need to and then buying more than they need when they do go out. And it just reminded me of the stress that everyone's under, but just the different levels of stress that people are experiencing. And the fact that mostly teenagers who are working at these places are now essential workers and are making minimum wage. And this minimum wage for a lot of families is the only income that's coming in. So then you get into the argument of raising minimum wage, which I won't get into right now. But it's just, bottom line, it made me sad that people aren't listening to stay-at-home orders and going out and buy more than they need and whatever. So it made me thankful that one person in my family did not lose their job and that we do not have to depend on a minimum wage income. But it also just I want to remind people that don't leave your house unless you're going to work or going to buy something essential for yourself. And that's about it. So it made me kind of sad and upset, but I think I can use that for good. So that was my day 36. This is day 37, and aside from my schoolwork today, I had a Zoom meeting with my choir class, and it was nice, just to see everyone and talk to my friends from that class and my teacher, but we also talked about our recent assignment we've been doing through Smule Sing, which is basically a karaoke app. But what we did is that my teacher got the song We Go Together from Grease, and then she sang her part on it, and then one by one, all the students in the class are stacking their own voice on top of it through their own accounts. So hopefully when everyone's done, we should have everyone singing the whole song and singing their different parts, and I think it'll sound really cool once it's all over. I'm glad that we're still finding ways to sing together, despite being pretty far apart, and, we didn't have to do this, and the fact that we're doing it and it's pretty fun is really cool. And then on a different note, I know I used to talk a lot about the different shows and movies I was watching, but I really just haven't taken the time recently to delve into any shows or movies, mainly because my parents have started their own without me, very rudely. But my friend Mia has been peer pressuring me to watch Criminal Minds, so maybe I'll get into that. So that was my day 37. This is day 38, and I finished my classwork today and finally finished editing last week's video, which ended up being like twice the length of my past videos because it was 2 weeks. But I finally got that done, and then I talked to my friends on my computer for the most of the day. But my biggest problem lately has been how long my hair's getting, because it was already long before school closed because I had to have it long for the musical, being Danny Zuko. Miss K wanted it pretty long. But honestly, this is probably the length she was expecting because it's really bad. Like the side and the back, they need to be cleaned up. But I don't live with anyone who can do hair, and obviously nothing's open, like no barbershops are open, so at this point I'm just going to see how long it can get and manage it as I go. But that's my day 38. Today is day 39. I finished my homework, which ended up taking up most of my day because I was reading our newest book for AP Lit called Things Fall Apart. It's set in Africa in the late 1800s and follows Okonkwo. He's one of the most successful members of the Amofia tribe, and it also explores the Igbo culture that comes along with that. So far, it's been very interesting, and we've already had a lot of great class discussions about it. One of my favorite was we compared and contrasted the Igbo culture to modern American culture as well as American culture in the late 1800s. And obviously they were very different, but we also found some interesting similarities between the two, and I'm just excited to see how the book develops in the coming weeks. So that was my day 39. This is day 40, and I cannot believe that I'm saying that we've officially been in social isolation for 40 days, but I hope that it is quote-unquote flattening the curve, as it should be. But today I finished my schoolwork and worked on editing this week's video blog. But what I'm most excited for is that I officially decided that I'll be attending Rutgers, New Brunswick in the fall. I initially applied for their psychology program, but their Mason Gross School of the Arts has extended their deadline, so I've been working on my portfolio and application for their film school, which is very exciting. That news has definitely brought an air of positivity to my house. My mom is already on the school store buying shirts and flags and all that fun stuff. My biggest concern at the moment is that I'm worried that schools might not even be open to let students on campus in the fall because they've been talking a lot about spring 2021 possibly being the time that they reopen schools for students. So I hope that things go as planned, but every day is different, so who knows. But yeah, that was my day 40.